What's up, YouTube? I'm Dungeon Master Lolly, and today I'm going to present a deck I've been working on for a while. It has some pretty unique elements to it, and I think you'll enjoy it. If you like this video, or if you hated it, either subscribe or give me a comment below, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right, give me feedback. I'm pretty new at this, so if I make any mistakes, just let me know. I'm open to feedback here. So, without further ado, may I present Damascus Steel. The deck centers around the use of Kabalion, who was originally printed in Noble Victories, was rotated out of format for 2 months, I think, or so, and was eventually reprinted in one of the new expansion packs. So I'm using that. I'm using the Noble Victories one because it looks way cooler, the full art one. Um, I got and that I'm running that for its Iron Breaker attack. Deals 80 damage for 2 metal and 1 energy of any type, which isn't a great attack. I mean, if you think about it, it's only 3 for 80. But the effect is one of the most amazing effects I've seen in a game, in an attack. It does 80 damage, and, as an effect, the Pokemon it attacks cannot attack during your opponent's next turn. Now, if you can set up a lock with this, it's really great. Pretty much only one flaw. Well, two flaws, rather. One is setup. This deck takes a very long time to set up, and so I need to have a Pokemon or items or a combination of the two that sets up and prevents early wins for my opponents. Flaw number two is if you just have a Keldeo and a Floatstone, you can rush in, retreat, and my whole strategy is gone. So that's part of the reason why I started to run Dusknoir. I'll go into that later. I'm running KlinKlang from Plasma Storm for his Plasma Steel ability, which prevents my metal Pokemon from getting hurt at all by EX Pokemon. I've got a 2-1-2 Dusknoir line. Now this is going to need a lot of explaining. I'm running it because of the Sinister Hand ability, obviously. And the Sinister Hand ability, what that lets me do is it lets me move damage counters from one Pokemon to another. What that lets me do is, let's say we had a Keldeo EX, and it was messing with my plan to sort of force my opponent to rotate and basically lock them. Then I can have, let's say I have 160 damage, 170, whatever, on a Pokemon. I can just keep sliding it over to the Keldeo until the Keldeo gets knocked out. And that'll prevent a lot of issues with my lock. It also lets me hit some magic numbers with Kabalion EX 30-30, and then, say, a Kabalion with a Bangle on it for 110, so it lets me hit 170 and 190, depending on how many turns it takes to set up a Kabalion. So, that's my Pokemon line. It took a lot of explaining. Downside is I'm running two, decently sized stage 2 lines, which means I'm going to have to run a lot of trainers and supports to help make sure that's consistent, which gives me a little bit less room to tech, but I think my deck is okay. So I've got 4 Rare Candy, must-have, staple, and my ace spec, well, I'm also running 1 Tropical Beach. I can't afford 2, so I'm just running 1. I'm running Dowsing Machine as my ace spec because I find that gives me a lot more consistency. Lets me get back an Enhanced Hammer if I'm facing a Plasma deck. Very useful. It also, it's just a very useful card. I've been playing around with a couple different ones, but I've settled on Dowsing Machine for the moment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my deck. As I said before, give me feedback if you can.